For almost 8 decades, the modern world has revolved around one central pillar, the United States. From global security to international finance, from diplomacy to military alliances, America has been the architect and guardian of the international system. But, in 2026, something unusual is happening. Wars are escalating, major powers are challenging American influence, and Washington itself seems increasingly reluctant to carry the burden of global leadership. Recent decisions by the U.S. president have intensified this debate. Withdrawals from international institutions, unilateral military actions, and a growing belief among many Americans that the global system no longer serves their interests. At the same time, rising powers like China and India are reshaping global economics and geopolitics. The result is a question that once sounded impossible. What happens if the world moves forward without American leadership? Welcome to Talk Maniac. Today, we explore the fragile future of the international order. To understand today's crisis, we need to go back to 1945. World War II had destroyed much of the planet. Entire cities in Europe and Asia were reduced to rubble. Millions were dead, and the world faced a terrifying question: how do we prevent another global catastrophe? The answer came from Washington. Instead of retreating into isolation, the United States decided to build an international system designed to maintain peace and stability. At the center of that system was the United Nations. Its headquarters was established in New York, symbolizing America's leadership in global diplomacy. But the UN was only part of a much larger architecture. The United States also helped create global financial institutions, such as the IMF and World Bank. Trade networks expanded. Military alliances formed. The most famous of these alliances was NATO. Through these institutions, America became the backbone of global stability. For decades, this system worked. Not perfectly, but effectively enough to prevent another world war. For much of the modern era, the United States acted as the world's security provider. American military bases spread across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. U.S. naval fleets protected major shipping routes, and American nuclear deterrence shaped the global balance of power. This role came with enormous costs. The United States spends more on defense than any other country on Earth. But many Americans began to ask a difficult question. Why is the United States responsible for protecting the entire world? Why should American taxpayers fund global security while other nations focus on economic growth? These questions became increasingly common in American politics. While America was maintaining the global system, other countries were rising. The most dramatic example is China. Over the last 40 years, China transformed from a largely rural economy into a global industrial superpower. Today, China is the world's second-largest economy and a major military power. At the same time, India is emerging as a technological giant with a rapidly growing population and economy. Countries like Brazil, Russia, and South Africa are also gaining influence. The world is no longer dominated by a single superpower. Instead, it is gradually becoming multipolar, and multipolar systems are often unstable. Inside the United States, public opinion has been changing. Many Americans feel that globalization has benefited other countries more than it benefited them. Factories moved overseas, trade deficits increased, and military interventions in the Middle East created fatigue among voters. This frustration helped fuel the rise of political movements demanding a new approach to foreign policy. Under President, this shift became visible. Washington began questioning the value of international agreements and institutions. America First became the guiding principle. For supporters, this meant reclaiming national sovereignty. For critics, it meant weakening the international system that America itself created. Some analysts have proposed a dramatic solution: move the headquarters of the United Nations out of the United States. Today, the UN operates from New York City. But critics argue that if Washington is distancing itself from multilateral institutions, the organization should relocate. Potential alternatives include cities such as Geneva, Switzerland, Brussels, Belgium, or Nairobi, Kenya. Relocation would be symbolically powerful. It would signal that global governance no longer revolves around a single country.